I see. Well, then perhaps you'd have time for a hot beverage. You're just in time. I believe I've isolated the algorithm for making friends.
Sheldon, there is no algorithm for making friends.
Well, hear him out. If he's really onto something, we could open a booth at Comic-Con, make a fortune.
See, my initial approach to Kripke had the same deficiencies as those that plagued Stu the Cockatoo when he was new at the zoo.
Stu the Cockatoo?
Yes, he's new at the zoo.
It's a terrific book. I've distilled its essence into a simple flow chart that will guide me through the process.
Have you thought about putting him in a crate while you're out of the apartment?
Hello, Kripke. Yeah, Sheldon Cooper here. It occurred to me that you hadn't returned any of my calls because I hadn't offered any concrete suggestions for pursuing our friendship. Yeah, perhaps the two of us might share a meal together. Yeah, I see. Well, then perhaps you'd have time for a hot beverage. Popular choices include tea, coffee, cocoa. I see. No, wait, don't hang up yet. But what about a recreational activity? I bet we share some common interests. You tell me an interest of yours. Really? On actual horses? Tell me another interest of yours. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I have no desire to get in the water till I absolutely have to. Tell me another interest of yours.
Uh-oh, he's stuck in an infinite loop.
I can fix it.
But it's interesting, but isn't ventriloquism by definition a solo activity? Yeah. Wait, tell me another interest of yours. Is there any chance you like monkeys? Yeah, what is wrong with you? Everybody likes monkeys. Hang on, Kripke. A loop counter and an escape to the least objectionable activity. Howard, that's brilliant. I'm surprised you saw that.
Gee, why can't Sheldon make friends?
All right, Kripke, that last interest strikes me as the least objectionable, and I would like to propose that we do that together. Tomorrow. Yes, I'll pay. All right, goodbye. All right. Time to learn rock climbing.
Okay, do you manage to understand what is the message that I'm trying to deliver to you through the just now the video? Okay, if you realize from the flowchart that created by the guy is infinite loop, right? So what is loop? What is the function of the loop? So function of the loop is to put some limit repetition statement. You can decide how many repetition statement that you want, 4 times, 3 times. If you will, what you did last week when we do the LED blinking, okay? Do you realize that when you do a simulation, it will only start once you click the start simulation and your LED will keep on blinking. It is called like infinite loop because you did not include one limitation for how long, for how times that you want the LED to blinking. Okay, today we're going to learn about for loop. Okay, I will share you Tinkercad. Okay. We will return to the LED that we did last week, or not last week, sorry. This week we did the LED thing. Okay. Okay. Let me close the code first. Okay, same thing. Last week, not last week, this week we did the 3 LED, right? We light up 3 LED, and this is your task, last week given task. You need to light up the 3 LED, okay? So in previous, on Tuesday class, we did learn how to include the push button. So if you realize that whenever you simulate your circuit, okay, without the loop situation, what happened is you need to keep on pressing the push button in order for your circuit to be functional or continuously light up, the LED continuously light up. So what can we do is to include the loop function, okay, in the code. So now we go to code, okay. As you can see here, the LED is connected to pin 12, okay. The red LED, it goes to pin 11, and blue LED to pin 10. So we are using three digital pin 12, 10, and 12, 11, and 10. So we I set pin 12, okay. I set 12, 11, and 10 all pin in low condition. And we already learned when we have a nested if loop, okay, nested if. So if we have the button, okay, whenever we press the button, so now your button is connected to digital pin 2. So that's why I read digital pin 2. Okay, so we set to 2 and equal to 1. As you already know, 1 is meaning high. So whenever we press the button, we giving a voltage to the button equal to high, okay, 1. So what happened? We want to include the loop. Okay, here is the loop function. Okay, what you can get is, I think better I remove this one. Okay, we do step by step. Okay, you go to control, you scroll down, okay. You take this, the count block, you insert because you want to include a loop. Whenever you push this button, okay, the LED will blinking based on what you want to set. Okay, let's we set it counting up, increment by 1. Okay, it is based on your design. If you want to increment by 2, by 3, and so on. And down is a decrement. Okay, now we test for increment by 1. This one is a variable. You can set your own name. Okay, you can set as LED and so on. Okay, if you want to rename the variable, you can do so on. You just rename the variable as a LED or whatever. Okay, maybe you want to set as a counter. Okay, counter loop. Up to you. Okay, up to you. Okay, then you press OK. Automatically, it will take 4 loop as a counter loop. Okay, but I prefer to use whatever they have here in the Tinkercad. I just set to I, okay, any variable. Okay, from 1 to 10. Okay, from 1 to 10 is actually the maximum that you want the loop to count. Okay, let's say it begin with 1. Okay, it can begin with any number you want. Okay, at your own desire. So let's say I want it count from 1 up to 4. Okay, so what it will do, it will by increment 1, it will count it from 1 up to a maximum 4. So then what happened? I want which LED to light up. Okay, I set the pin. Okay, I only want LED green to light up, for example. So since LED green is connected to pin number 12, so we set pin number 12, okay, to high. So what happened is, whenever you run the code, it will go to high. Okay, better I include also the timer, how many seconds that we want the LED to light up, let's say 2 seconds. Okay, I include high and low because we want to make the LED to blinking. So the same LED, LED 12, okay, we set to low. Timer, you insert timer, okay, let's say 1 second. Okay, now you have the block. Okay, whenever we press the button, this one, it will go to for loop. Okay, it will start counting from increment by 1. Okay, from 1 to 4. Okay, it will start blinking high and low 4 times. Then, after it complete the cycle for the looping, straightly what happened for LED green, I set here, it will off, it will not light up because I set it low. So the rest of the LED red and LED blue, it will light up. Only 2 LED will light up after it complete the loop process. Okay, so as you can see on the right side here, you have the, okay, let me delete the variable first. We are not using this variable. Okay, so on your right hand side, you have the coding. Okay, if you notice, there are 2 separate functions. Okay, the first function is void setup. Okay, void setup. Okay, void setup, this is your main function. The main function, void setup, is to setting. As you can see here, whatever you declare, whatever your input that you declare inside your block, it will straightly go here. So the void setup is the main function as a declaration. Okay, then you have the void loop. Okay, automatically, if you notice what you did last week, even though you do the light up, automatically, whenever you create your block, it will start with the second function is called void loop. So what the void loop do here? Void loop is the function that whenever you start your simulation, it will go looping, non-stop looping until you stop your simulation. So this is the function of the main loop. Okay, this is the function for the main loop, where you start your simulation and start off your simulation. Okay, the one that you include just now is the for loop here. Okay, the count up by 1, where you include the for loop. Okay, by increment, it is here, this line. Okay, so this line, whenever you press your digital button, okay, because your digital button now is connected to pin 2, when equal 1 meaning that high, whenever you press the digital button, for this loop, okay, for I equal to 1, I less or equal to 4, increment by 1. It will keep on increase 1 by 1. So it begin with 1. Okay, begin with 1, increment by 1. So second loop. Then it will go to third loop. Then it will go to fourth loop. Your LED will keep on blinking until the fourth loop, 4 times. Then it will complete the loop cycle. And what happened? It will out from this loop. Then what happened? Your LED 2 will become low. LED 10 and 11 will become high. Okay, if you notice at each of your line of coding, you must have the semicolon. Okay, you need to have a semicolon. So by right, whenever you use your block diagram, okay, block code, it will automatically create a program for you here on your right hand side. Okay, so I'm here, I only want to explain that each of this coding, you need to have a semicolon, or else if without the semicolon, what happen? Your coding will become error. Okay, so And whenever you have the function, it will start with the curly braces open and also close. Same thing when you have the loop here, the second function for the loop function, you have the curly braces open, curly braces off. This is the main braces, curly brace for your loop function. And if you realize the for loop that you created also, you have the braces, okay, curly braces. Okay. One more thing, if you notice you have a block of notation, okay, so what is the function of the notation? If you click here, you can include a comment, okay, you can include a comment in your coding, okay. You can include a comment. Okay, let's say I include here after the if statement. Okay, do you realize when I insert this block after the if statement, okay, below the if statement, you have this line. Okay, it will start with 2/, okay, double slash. You can include any comment that you want here. So function of the comment here is like your own comment, what you want to include. It's like a guideline, a reference for a programmer when do a coding. Okay, comment, this one you do loop, okay, loop 4 times, okay, 4 times. Okay, you are using for loop, okay, 4 times, or maybe you can also say iteration, easy iteration. It will iterate for 4 times here. Okay, we close the block, the code. Okay, let's see. We start the simulation. Okay, I click the simulation. Okay, I press the button. As you can see, your only green LED will light up for 4 times. Okay, once it's finished counting 4 times, what happened? Your red and blue LED will light up. Okay, let's start. I press the button again. Okay, stop the simulation.